It's another beautiful day. Hello, viewers. When you see me with my cap, of course, you know the program can only be Crossfire. And I'm your regular host, Kozim Ilebede. On my right, as usual, I have Remi Olatunde, and he will be crossfiring with Babatunde Alao, who is on my left. Our main course today actually is about the forthcoming World Footballer of the Year award, now called Ballon d'Or, since UEFA and FIFA have merged together to present a unilateral award. That is the main course. But of course, we have desserts and we have appetizers. So, quickly, we'll be going to appetizers. For the appetizers, of course, we're talking about World Cup and the teams who have qualified. And our center of attraction is Nigeria. We are Nigerians, of course, so you should understand. Nigeria played a friendly, the first World Cup warm-up match against Italy on Monday, and it ended 2-2. Remy and Baba will be giving their respective views about how the match went. Remy, Nigeria, Italy, 2-2.
Well, at the beginning of the game, I was a little bit nervous, coming from the experience of Ethiopia, Nigeria, the second leg of the qualifier that they played in Calabar. It was as if we had a bunch of players that whose legs were tied, in that particular game. And so, when 2 days later they were supposed to play Italy, Italy is one of the powerhouse when it comes to football in the world. It was a bit scary. We were thinking that Nigeria is going to go there with baskets to pick the goals. But to my pleasant surprise, Nigeria really put up a good performance in that game. It was a splendid performance. And I think with a little bit of push, we should be able to make quite an impression at the World Cup.
I was expecting that maybe you were going to go the NFF way by setting a target for Stephen Keshi. Thank God you did it, because that would be very, very stupid. Yes, I mean, the draws are not out. You've not even prepared. You've not seen your preparation, and somebody will be telling me, go and finish minimum with semi-final. For a country that has not even reached the quarter-final. So, thank God you didn't. Baba, you saw the game, Nigeria-Italy.
Yeah.
How will you say that bodes for Nigeria's World Cup preparation?
I think it was a good one. I mean, considering what has transpired in the qualifiers per se. Now, I'm particularly happy now that Keshi, I would say he was forced to change his starting lineup in the game against Italy.
Why was that?
In the sense that, I mean, the likes of Amiobi starting the game, bringing back Bradike, I mean, and a lot of other players, they now got their chance to display what they can do, and I think they did splendidly well. And
are you saying that because it only ended 2-2?
No. I mean, for some time now, Kesha has been playing with a particular set of players, and it's like, this is my first 11. But now, the performance of those players against Italy will now give the other ones a run for their money.
Right. So, in your opinion, what do you say for Nigeria's chances? It's too early, really, but at least we have started. And from what we have seen, what will you say?
For me, I think we stand a good chance if we prepare very well. But I would like to see a situation whereby Keshi doesn't go the Nigerian way. I mean, Nigerian way in the sense that most of the coaches that, when we qualify for the World Cup, especially Nigerian coaches, they have this tendency of bringing sentiments to play when they are picking their team. I hope that will not happen this time around.
But I wanted to say dropping some players. Of course, I still feel that there are players that has to be dropped in that team. I don't see what a Brown Ideye is doing in that team. I mean, after several chances, yes.
You don't see.
I don't see
if
what
Keshi sees. Then he sees. And that is final.
Okay, let's leave it. Let's leave it to Keshi.
It's going to be a large squad. It can accommodate some players, but at least I want a solid 18 players that will be able to do the job.
For me, I feel that there is still need for reinforcement concerning.
Of course,
definitely there is. I was particularly happy with Shola Amiobi, the DK guy, and the guy who played too, the home base guy. But of course, it's another issue. Do we think the home base guys are going to be good enough for World Cup? I have my doubts, but it's only the beginning.
Obabona gave good account when he was called,
but it wasn't for the World Cup. Nations Cup is quite different. In fact,
but when he went for the Confederation Cup, he did well too.
having won the Nations Cup.
Kwambe, well, it doesn't.
Talking about Keshi, I will give an instance. And the game against Ethiopia, I mean, he brought in Umero.
Right.
He was just coming back from injury, for God's sake.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to start that game. That could have been the time he should have played Igweke, who did very well in the first leg.
The absence of
so those are the factors I'm talking about. Nigerian coaches, sentiments.
For me too, I think.
And now the boy is back has picked up injury again.
That's very unfortunate. We wish him a speedy recovery. But I think Keshi should have started his strongest 11 against Italy. In the second half, you now start to bring in the fringe players. Honestly, because if Italy has scored like 4-5 goals in the first half, which they could have,
it would have been a disaster.
And that is why it is crazy. So much credit.
Well, so much.
Like you said, let Keshi decide.
Of
all
course,
the time.
He has earned the right to decide. He won the Nations Cup. He has qualified us for the World Cup. What else do you want from him? Yes, that was the appetizer. Now we go to the main course, and of course, when we go to the main course, we're talking about the crossfire itself. That is where two gentlemen will cease to be gentle, because they will hear their views and they're going to be tackling each other. What Footballer of the Year award normally goes to the player who has had the most outstanding performance in the calendar year. For example, 2013 has to be from January to December 2013. And FIFA has made a short list where we have the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Frank Ribery, even Luis Suarez is there, Lionel Messi, and all that. But we have looked at the short list and we have come up with two top contenders, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo and Frank Ribery. Somebody on this table says Ronaldo should win it. The other person says no, it's Ribery for real. You are going to hear each one of them and why. Remy, who should win the Ballon d'Or 2013?
I'll give it to Frank Ribery. And I have my reasons.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, to underscore the significance of his contribution to his club. He pipped Messi and Ronaldo to the UEFA Best Player in 2013, and that is very, very crucial. For me, that gives him an edge, you understand, over Ronaldo. Apart from that, Ribery is a player that won the treble. He won the Champions League. Yes, for Bayern Munich. He won the Champions League. He won the German Cup. Right. He won the Bundesliga. Right. So for a player who was so outstanding in that particular year for his club, I think he's really, really got a stick.
The first time Bayern Munich will be winning a treble. He's
really got a claim. And then let's not forget the fact that his significant contribution to his country, he appeared for 10 times, 10 appearances, and he scored 5 goals. That is also very, very crucial. And it was based on his performance that has helped his country, that's France, to get to the World Cup in Brazil 2014. So I think...
He didn't score against Ukraine.
He didn't. But, it's not all about scoring. We're talking about performance. We're talking about the impact of a player in relation to the team that he plays for. Right. And I think Frank Ribery has been a top performer. He's been an impactful player for both club and country in the year under review 2013.
Great. Baba, obviously, you are for Ronaldo.
Of course, I
CR7.
Yeah, CR7. That's the magic name.
Why do you think he should be the one to win the Ballon d'Or?
My colleague is talking about Ribery doing so well for his club and country, but I bet to disagree. I think Ribery is riding on the back of his club success, not the other way around. But now we have a Ronaldo who is the team carrier. Without Ronaldo, there's no Real Madrid. And he's been proving that since 2009 that he got to that club. And aside 2008, okay? Right. He has scored more goals than any other person this year. And amazing 47 goals for Real Madrid. And
from how many? Appearances and goals.
Appearances, yes. 47 appearances with 56 goals.
That's incredible.
That's
more goals than appearances.
Exactly. And national team, 9 games, 10 goals.
9 games, 10 goals?
You can't equal that. And again, he has scored the crucial goals that helped his country to qualify for the World Cup.
Okay,
I
of
mean,
course. He scored all the 4 goals
yes,
in the
I
playoffs.
mean, that's amazing. It's
4-2.
just like Ronaldo and 10 other robots, just like we used to have in the days of Maradona. Then you talk of consistency, all true. Since last season up to this time, Ronaldo has been consistent. He's been so consistent for club and country. Then I've talked about that before. He's the team carrier, both at the national level and at the club level. He's being the one that is carrying that team, shouldering the responsibility of lifting his team, and you just have to give it to him. And in Messi's absence, I think the most worthy candidate to give that Ballon d'Or title to is Ronaldo.
Perhaps if you have to add to his statistics too, this season alone, talking about August till date, Ronaldo has scored 5 hat-tricks.
Unfortunately, we are not talking about from August. We are talking from January to December.
August is still within this year.
I know. It's not as if I'm not disputing that. But we are looking at the totality of these players and what they have done so far. What has Ronaldo won in the year under review?
That's why I said
football is a sports game, number one.
Mm-hmm.
How many honors have come to Ronaldo? Yes, we agree that he's a top player. There's no doubt about that. But what is it that he has won? We are talking about a Ribery.
Ballon d'Or award is not a club award.
I understand that
it has to do with the impact of a particular.
You are talking about impact. Impact to what extent?
You can't tell me it is a Ribery that is shouldering the responsibility of lifting, helping Bayern to win the title.
You mean without his contributions?
He has so many others.
Are you saying that without his contributions?
It is so minimal.
I mean, you said something about what has Ronaldo won this year, the calendar year. Of course, if I take you back to 2010, I want to ask you, what did Messi win in 2010 against Snyder that won virtually everything except the World Cup?
Actually, you're just picking.
Messi won the award.
You are picking the word out of my mouth because I believe that in 2010, that not giving that particular that award to Wesley Sneijder was a grave mistake on the part of FIFA, and they are going to look to correct it this year.
I wouldn't say that because, like I've told you, I'm arguing. Ballon d'Or is more of a personal award. It has to do with what that particular player does in the calendar year. And we are not talking of what the club has done. So you have to really examine what Frank Ribery has done. I mean, his performance rate for Bayern Munich. And we are talking of a team that has the like of Arjen Robben, who is scoring most of the goals, and others. When you want to compare this thing, you discover that when Ribery's credential pales so much, and when you compare with Ronaldo.
Let me ask you. Will you want Ronaldo in your team by all means? Honest.
Why are you putting me on the stand?
Honest. On the spot. I'm putting you on the spot. Yes. Will you want Ronaldo in your team by all means? Speaking honestly.
Ronaldo is a top player. No doubt about that. There is no coach that doesn't want Ronaldo on his team. Yes.
Yes. Will you want Ribery on your team by all means?
I would rather have Ronaldo.
Come on, that's unfair.
You see, gentlemen, to be honest with you, no coach in the world today will not want to have Ronaldo in his team. You may do away with Ribery. Incidentally, they play the same role anyway. So if you have a Ronaldo, you cannot have a Ribery. So is the case not decided? Well, viewers, you have heard the two gentlemen argue so passionately about who they believe should win the Ballon d'Or. But it is not for us to decide. Decision is yours. Why not post your comments to us and we're going to run through them. That is the main cause. We'll now go to the desert where we're going to be looking at the 5 countries that have qualified for the World Cup from Africa. We want to look at who will carry Africa's banner or hope to Brazil next year. Remy, we have Nigeria, Algeria, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, and Ghana. 5 of them, they've been to the World Cup. They are World Cup veterans. Who among these teams do you think can give Africa credible representation so that we can get that extra slot we're asking Blatter and Platini to give us?
I'm looking at Ghana and Nigeria, no doubt.
Baba?
I will pick Ghana, Nigeria, and Cameroon.
Ghana, Nigeria, and Cameroon.
Yeah.
I hope you are not deceived by Cameroon's 4-1 win against Tunisia. Honestly, because
the Lions, they know how to get into the frame when
since 1990, since 1990, they've not done anything at the World Cup.
When the Lion becomes old.
But you have to factor in other things like the group you are in the World Cup, is going to go a long way. You must have a luck of the draw.
Baba, Cameroon, this will be their 7th time at the World Cup. The previous 6, they got to the quarterfinals once. That was 1990.
Yeah,
Are you saying in the other 5, they were put in a difficult group? No. It's just that they usually have these issues, problems, African problems, going to the World Cup. And that is one of the reasons why they've not been doing so well. And I think, for me personally, I think that team is too old. I think that team is too old to make big impact at the World Cup. I could be wrong.
You could be wrong. They must have the luck of the draw. If they are group in an easy group, I think Cameroon, they still have a player, the kind of player teams
there can be no easy group in the World Cup.
In the World Cup.
There might be.
You don't have the Jordans, you don't have the 80s, you don't
be.
have the 90s.
you might have. And the preparations will count for much too.
Right.
All the teams have to be very well prepared, and you have to avoid injuries to key players in all these teams. Then you have a good start.
Incidentally, Nigeria has been the team which has started preparing so well, because that friendly against Italy was top notch.
Yeah.
And the way the two teams played, I know for a fact that most World Cup matches will not be as tough as that, because the two teams really went for the jugular, and it
wasn't as if it was a friendly at all.
It wasn't a friendly.
I think right now Nigeria is riding on the high, given the fact that they are world champions at the youth level, given the fact that they're African champions. And really, as African champions, they really want to actually, post a performance worthy of champions.
And Ghana were just barely denied of his historic semi-final.
Thanks to your boy Suarez.
Well, that's gone. So they are going to be looking to improve on that. And I think they have the team. The team is very young.
They did very well, recalling most of their foreign players that are very good. I looked at their last, the last qualifier, and I was really impressed with what they were able to do. Yes.
Right.
I think Ghanaians, they have the passion, and they put everything into it. And compared to Nigeria, that's what I said earlier. I said we have to avoid sentiment when it comes to
the joke now. Ghana will win the World Cup.
They can ride on the back of what they did in 2010.
Well, viewers, it's been another interesting edition of Crossfire. Thank you so much, Remy, for coming on the show. And thank you so much, Baba, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
I remain yours, Kozim Elegbede. Why not make it a date with us again next week? And don't forget, post your comments, because we are so much interested in what you have to say. Thank you. Have a blessed day.